Greetings everyone, Free here. Today I will show you 6 commands in Claude CLI I use every single day to 10x the productivity on this platform. The number 6 command is the one you don't want to miss. It came out just very recently and the impact of that is astronomical. With that said, we jump right in from the CLI perspective, which is pasting images. So we've done tutorials around different products here on Claude, Paperclip being one of them. Now, you might come into an interface like this to grab an image. You would think, well, images will work just on the web version or they would work just on the app version. But guess what? On the CLI, you too can use images. So in here, I'm going to paste the Option key V or Control V. It takes a few seconds and that image has been pasted. So asking here, describe this image for me, something like that can be done. Now, most people will not assume that this is possible, but essentially you can paste images into the CLI and have that image work. So we're getting a description of that image from this website we took. So that is number one, not always obvious, but it's totally doable. The second piece would be the /voice. When I work with the Claude CLI, I tend to use my dictation, which is whisper flow. But did you know, coming in here with voice, this can trigger the voice mode. And now it says voice mode is enabled. I think the very first time it disabled that. The second time voice mode is enabled. Press and hold the space command, and I'll do that. Is voice mode working within Claude Code? And now I'm not using my whisper dictation. I'm using voice mode here. And like that, you can imagine going hands-free, having voice code on a CLI. We typically don't think of a CLI and voice, but it's essentially possible. The next piece, or the next one here that is extremely relevant for most of what I do is the by the way. So by the way is something that follows up a conversation on something you might be doing. So I might say, come in here, create me a PowerPoint presentation about the Roman Empire. So if I give it a task, while that is working, I can come in and say, by the way, focus just on the early Roman Empire. So this is a follow-up conversation to the previous conversation without losing the context. So I'm not starting a new thread. By the way, BTW is an extremely powerful tool to use. So it's coming in here telling me with the sub-agent. I understand that. It puts that into the original context. And by the way, is a very, very powerful tool, especially for running prompts you might have. You see my main prompt was still running. The by the way was confirmed without stopping my main prompt. So an absolutely most used tool. I use it almost every single day to follow up on prompts I have being worked on. The third piece here, and I think this is a quality of life one. I call it quality of life is the best way I found to describe it. My session wouldn't Clay, and you've seen me use Clay. Clay is also a good one. Would be rename. So do /rename. And this allows you to come in and give a name to this session. So in here, it's picked up Roman Empire. It's a Roman Empire presentation. So every time, if you have a couple of windows you're working on, just something as renaming to understand, oh, this window is my Roman Empire post. This other one is something else, could be extremely helpful. So I'll do rename again. And this time I'll give it a name and say FD3 demo. Now, this is the name of this prompt. Just kind of nice to have it on your side, knowing what you're working on, an easy quality of life type of a capability. So let's go ahead and escape to stop that because I really don't want to create a PowerPoint presentation, and I'm going to escape that. And that is that. So we clear this. Now, we've seen about 4. Let's jump into this one, which is just extremely powerful. Now, before I go into this, when Claude works, if you found yourself working in Claude, there is this concept of compaction where it takes your memory or your context gets too big, it compacts and reduces that to a smaller version. Now, there is a concept called memory that Claude would essentially look at that context and then write to a memory file. So if we do this /memory, this gives us the option to see where this memory file is at the user level, at the project level, we can open that and interface with it. So Claude is essentially keeping the memory. Think about you. You're going about your day, you see something interesting, you're working on a project, there's an interesting fact, Claude is writing that to the .plot file, which is essentially the memory file, and you can change that. But above here is the auto dream. Now, this is interesting, right? There is auto memory on, but auto dream is currently off. So if I go ahead and click on this, and this might be something you want to consider turning on, what this allows your Claude to do is, as the context grows and it builds memories, it spins up a sub-agent behind the scenes to go in. If you think about what dreaming is, I'll take a step back here for a second, is essentially clearing your mind and compacting the things in your brain so there's space for more things for you to learn and to pick up. Auto Dream does that if you have it turned on. So now if I have Auto Dream turned on, just because I don't have a long context or session here going on, but this will automatically behind the scenes. I'm not sure what the interval is yet, but automatically behind the scenes, every now and then as you're working, it will spin up an agent, it goes through, picks your memory, compacts them, understand what it is, and then writes it into a file. And over time, this should provide a more better experience for you. So I personally don't see a reason why this should be off once you turn it on. This is turned on at the global level between projects. So if I have a CLI here working and I switch over to something else, my understanding of testing this is it does work across both. So something to definitely consider that. This on, and you want to have that on. Let's actually do it on. And you want to have your auto memory on as well. So there's really no reason at this point to have it off. And you can choose to have it at the user level. I think mine now is empty. Escape out of this. Escape out of this. And we're back. So there you have it. 5 very, very powerful slash commands to use to amplify your use of Cortex Code CLI. If this is where you spend a lot of times, those commands to me have been very instrumental, and I'm hoping that it becomes instrumental to you. The last one being Auto Dream. I'll probably make a more detailed video on that. It recently dropped, but extremely powerful. Hopefully this was helpful for builders if you are using the CLI, that this could be some tools to have in your tool belt. As always, this is a Fru here with FruDev. Thank you for watching and sticking to the end. I will see you in the next demo.